Where's your son?
I called the police.
Let's move. Hey, wait! Don't open the door! Hey! Put the weapon down!
What if the little girl delivering groceries to a grumpy island hermit had no idea he used to be one of the deadliest men MI6 ever created? Michael Mason lives completely alone on a remote island. Once a week, a man arrives by boat with supplies, bringing along his niece, Jessie. Every visit, she leaves him a small gift. Every visit, he ignores it. Just a slammed door and a message written all over his face. Stay away from me. To Jessie, he feels rude and broken. To Mason, distance is survival because he is in hiding, the kind of hiding built on paranoia, routines, and never being seen. But Jessie keeps coming back. Then one day, everything changes. Jessie pushes him too far, demanding to know why he treats her kindness like an insult. Mason gives her the coldest answer possible. Don't come back. Seconds later, the weather turns violent. The sea explodes into chaos. Jessie and her uncle are thrown into the storm, their boat flipped like a toy. Through the window, Mason sees the girl vanish beneath the waves. And for the first time in a long time, instinct beats isolation. He runs straight into the storm, launches his boat, dives into freezing black water, and drags Jessie back from the edge of death. But her uncle never makes it out. Mason gets her to shore, forces the water out of her lungs, and brings her back breathing. It's brutal, desperate, and way too close. Now the girl who kept trying to break through his walls is alone in the world. Worse, her leg is badly cut, and the man who swore he wanted nothing to do with her is suddenly the only thing standing between her and death. Mason just broke his own rule, and that mistake is about to cost him everything. Mason brings Jessie into his cabin, cleans the wound, and tells her the truth about her uncle. The grief hits hard, but grief isn't the only thing in that house. Fear is there too. Jessie finds a knife and keeps it close while she sleeps.
Where's my uncle?
He's dead.
Why haven't you called anyone about what happened? Who else knows we're here? You have to take me back. You can't just keep me here. My family will be looking for me.
You don't have a family. Your uncle's taken care of you ever since. Because there was no one else.
Not fully trusting the man who rescued her. When a nightmare jolts her awake, she nearly puts that knife in Mason's throat. He doesn't lash out. He calmly teaches her how to hold it properly, how to keep her hands steady, and how to protect herself if she ever has to. That small moment says everything. Mason may act like a ghost, but ghosts don't teach children how to survive. Slowly, the island changes. Jessie names the dog. She plays chess with Mason.
Your dog doesn't even have a name. Right, Jack? Come. Hey. Jack.
But peace only lasts until Mason looks at her leg again and realizes the wound is getting worse. She needs real medicine, real treatment, and that means he has to do the one thing he has avoided for years. Go back to the mainland. Mason moves through town like a man crossing a minefield. Head down, cap low, no eye contact, no patterns. He even buys Jesse new clothes, a tiny act of care that almost makes him look human again. But one accidental background appearance in a public video is all it takes. A hidden surveillance system called EVA scans his face and triggers an alert inside MI6. Suddenly the ghost has a name again. The file attached to that face labels him as a terrorist. Roberta, the new MI6 director, sees the warning and reacts fast. Capture the target immediately. Watching from the shadows is the man who knows exactly what this means. Manafort, the former power behind the system, and the man most invested in keeping Mason buried. Because if Mason is alive, then so is the truth. And truth is the one thing men like Manafort can never allow to surface. So he sends a team to the island.
What's happening?
Don't come out until I come for you.
And then he sends something worse. Night falls and Mason hears the sound before he sees the threat. A boat, armed men, professionals. The island instantly turns into a kill box. Mason triggers hidden traps and starts dropping soldiers the second they make landfall. These men came expecting a fugitive. Instead, they find a fortress built by a man who never stopped preparing for this exact night. One by one, they fall. But the attack gets personal fast when one of them gets close to Jessie. The dog lunges to protect her and is shot dead. That changes everything. Mason stops fighting like a survivor and starts fighting like a man with something left to lose. He tears through the rest of the squad with terrifying efficiency, saving Jessie at the last second.
Who is that?
I need you to wait here. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm off the reservation with baggage.
And getting her off the island before more reinforcements arrive. The shelter is gone. The dog is gone. And now Jessie has seen what Mason really is. Not a hermit, not a fisherman, not a broken old man, a weapon. But the squad on the island was only the warm-up. Manafort just unleashed his best killer. Mason gets Jessie to a remote farmhouse to patch his wounds, but the situation spirals again when the family there panics and the boy secretly calls the police. Before anyone can stabilize the moment, the perimeter closes in. Then Workman arrives, silent, precise, emotionless. The kind of operator who doesn't waste movement or mercy. He takes a sniper position and proves exactly who he is by shooting the father without hesitation. Mason barely gets Jessie out alive before the property becomes another battlefield. What follows is a running war. Mason steals weapons, hijacks a vehicle, and forces a brutal escape, while Workman hunts him like a younger, cleaner version of himself. He is fast enough to keep up and ruthless enough to kill anyone caught between them. And while bullets tear through metal and glass, Jessie finally understands the truth. Whoever Mason used to be, the world is still terrified of him.
Switching cars. Let's go.
Are you okay?
But Roberta is starting to realize something too. Mason isn't the villain in this story. He's the loose end someone powerful is desperate to cut. As Roberta digs deeper, the official story begins to fall apart. Mason's file was tampered with. His identity was swapped. His real history was buried. He was never a terrorist. He was MI6. More specifically, he was the first and deadliest operative in a black program built by Manafort. Mason followed impossible orders for years until one mission crossed a line. He was told to assassinate a scientist whose research threatened powerful corporate interests. Not because the man was dangerous, but because he was useful to the wrong people. Mason refused, disappeared, and became the one witness capable of exposing the whole machine.
Do you have family somewhere? Like a wife, kids.
It complicates things. Just don't ever let it break your spirit. No matter what.
At least you had Jack. He was your family.
Now he and Jesse reach the only ally he has left, Father Owen, an old partner with the technical brains to hack back into EVA. Owen confirms what Mason already suspected. Manafort is behind everything, but the scene gets heavier when Jesse notices Owen's cancer medication.
I just need you to keep Jesse safe.
He has cancer. I'm sorry I'm such a drag to you.
But you know I can't be responsible for her. My hands are tied.
Suddenly, the earlier betrayal becomes even uglier. The man Mason refused to kill had been working on a treatment that could have changed lives, and the system buried him for profit.
Just let him go.
Now go! Go, get him!
Now this isn't just survival, it's judgment. Mason knows Jesse cannot stay with him through the final phase, so he takes her into the city to meet a criminal fixer who owes him favors and fears him just enough to cooperate.
I need a way out of the country for her.
No.
No?
Mason forces the man to arrange a new identity, cash, and safe passage to Spain. Jesse hates the plan. To her, being sent away feels like being abandoned all over again. To Mason, it's the only way to keep her alive.
Please come with me. I think you want to die.
Hey, people like me don't get to go and live a normal life. You're stronger than this.
No, I'm not.
Then the cameras spot them. Within minutes, both Roberta's people and Manafort's men converge on the nightclub, and the whole place erupts. Strobes flash, civilians scatter, music pounds while Mason goes to work. With that same terrifying calm he showed on the island. Only now it's in a crowded city, under neon lights, with Jesse trapped in the middle of it. During the chaos, she gets snatched and dragged into a van. That is Manafort's final mistake. Mason tears through everyone between him and that vehicle, turning corridors, exits, and stairwells into a path of bodies until he gets Jesse back. By now, she's not looking at him with fear anymore. She's looking at him like the only person in the world who can still keep her alive. And she's right.
I want to lower her down.
You said you can't live a normal life, but you're wrong.
This is the only way I can keep you safe.
Please, no, please,
But
please. I don't want to leave you. I have to save you.
You saved me already. You even know why you're doing this?
Doesn't matter.
And then you broke the rules.
That's not gonna happen. And you know it.
Your friend said this was for you.